Well, good morning, everybody. This is Jamie Silver with Herf Jones Yearbooks. Happy Monday. Happy Halloween. I hope you had a great weekend. For today's episode, we're going to cover a couple different topics. The first being yearbook sales and how we might be able to help you a little bit more with that. We're going to do a quick demonstration of how to deal with portraits, because if you haven't received your portrait CD or download from your photo company, it's probably coming soon. It's that time of year. So I'd like to do a quick demonstration of that, as well as some basics in eDesign Y Online, including how to find our templates and placing photos, and just some basics on working with a page. We're going to talk about a couple eDesign updates and then a last chance order for some yearbook t-shirts. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start by just highlighting this. We've covered this in previous episodes, but I did want to share with you, if you're taking advantage of this new email campaign, wonderful. The results are in. We've been doing this since August, and it is definitely increasing yearbook sales at the schools who are using it. So if you have not used this and taken advantage of it, please let me know. There are no costs to you or the parents to use this. It's basically a custom email that goes out on a monthly basis to all your parents who have not purchased a book. As they buy a book, they're taken off that list so they don't receive, the next month. But we've laid out the entire year for you so you can get an idea. So these are the ones that have already gone out to parents. And coming in November, this one just went on out. And this is what's planned for the rest of the school year. And the idea here is we customize them with your school colors, your school mascot. And it has a theme every month, as you can see. And it has an order now button. And the beauty of that button is it takes your parents directly to our website, and it's already pre-programmed with your school. So they just click and buy. They don't have to remember an order number and whatnot. They just go right here from the email and purchase it online. So again, if you haven't taken advantage of it and you have questions, please let me know. We're a few months in now, and the results are great. So I'm happy to share that with you as a complimentary service from Herf Jones. Okay, now we're going to switch over to looking at some other items that we can share with you to help whatever sales efforts you might be making at school, whether it's in school or on social media or the school website. We've got, and I'll include the link for this, some social media freebies to help you increase sales. So these are some animated GIFs, some graphics. You may have seen some of these. This is one of my favorites here. Excuse me. This one is a lot of fun, and you can use, I think it's on our Facebook page. You may have seen it online, but we've given you the animated graphic that you can use on your website or your social media outlet, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or whatnot. And side note, Facebook doesn't allow animated GIFs, so we've also included a URL that you can just copy and paste, and then they can jump right to this graphic and hopefully increase your book sales as well. So those are just some tools to help you get the word out that your yearbooks are available and for sale. So now we're going to switch gears to eDesign. And again, the portrait, I'm going to move this over so you can see my desktop. I did want to share with you how this process works. So essentially, when your photographer sends you either a physical CD or an email that says click here to download, they're going to send you a folder in either of those two methods with this, what might look like an odd structure, but this is correct. What you see here is a standard that we've worked out with school photo companies in a format that plays well with eDesign and Y Online, so it's automated. So when we get to flowing the portraits, it's all automated. We simply tell it how many photos across, how many down, spacing, where you want the name, what font size, and it flows it. So you will not have to place any photo boxes for portraits. You'll not have to place any portraits or type any names. Assuming it's in this format from your photo company, it's ready to go with our program. So just glance at this. The two most important parts are the index and the README file that corresponds with this file structure of folders. One of the most common questions I get when schools receive these is, where are all the names? So if you've opened that CD or the download and you kind of look in these folders and you see, JPEG number 6, but where's his name? This is correct. I know it looks weird, but I'm going to walk you through that now. So essentially, when you get your CD, you're going to copy everything into one folder, and that's what I've done here. Okay, and then you're going to right click and you're going to compress that folder that you've created. And it's going to do so, and it's going to place it over here, and it's going to essentially make a copy of this file right here with an extension .zip, and that's what we need for our program. So once you have that, you'll come into library, and I've already done it because it took about 10 minutes just to upload just because of the internet speed. But once they're here, I'll show you how to edit names, but to get to this point, all you do is you click on Import Items, Portrait CD, and it's going to tell you to find the PSPA package zipped file, and that's what I just showed you how to make. You go to your desktop, and you find that file right here, and you upload it. And once you do that, it's going to bring you into this grid. Now, again, one of the most common phone calls I get are, again, where are all my names? So I want to highlight how to get to the names, because once you get this data into the program, it's still a really good idea to double check everything and check the names are correct and the grade or classroom is correct. So basically all you have to do is click on data view, and then it looks like Excel, right? So if this grade is incorrect, or if you're at an elementary school, you might have a teacher classroom and you'd have the teacher name here. You'll want to go through and just check to make sure all the names are spelled correctly and all the grades or classrooms, depending on what you need, is correct. Correcting it here is very simple. You just point and click. So if this is this is an old CD example, sorry. This is 2012, you just type right over it. The trick is to catch all of those mistakes and changes at this point, because it's really easy. You just scroll through, you can search for a student's name and make sure the spelling is correct. Once you get to that point, let me know. Then we can go through the next step of flowing them on the pages. But I did want to do that quick demonstration of how to get everything into the program, because that sometimes is a stumbling block because it's just different than all the other portraits. So, and that's important to note. You'll notice that these are under portraits rather than images. Images are for all the candid photos. Basically everything that's not a portrait that you're uploading go in this section, and then the portraits go here. So again, if you have any questions on that, please feel free to give me a call. Switching over, we're going to look at some basic templates, and actually we're going to go back to the library. I'm going to show you where to find them. So in the kit of supplies that we sent you at the start of the year, a small cardboard box, there was a booklet in there that had all the layouts and clip art and all that. I just want to highlight just an example of where to find that, and it's all basically the same. I'm going to show you the templates, but the artwork's the same. So once you have that booklet in your hand, and my recommendation is it's easier to look it up in the booklet, thumb through it, find what you want, reference the number, and then when you're ready, you come in here to templates, you click on import, and go next, and templates, and I'm just going to pick a simple one under scrapbook, and here's where that number is important that you looked in the book. You just match the number up here, and if you're looking for 4002, right or left, when you click on the name, it gives you a preview. And then if you want to activate it, you'd have to upload it because we've already posted it for you. You just have to turn it on. So essentially, we're just going to put a check by those two items, and you'll notice that now they're in here. Once they're in here, we can then place them on a page. So now we'll come into book, and I'm just going to use the practice pages for this example. We're going to hit practice, and we're going to go over here on this right side. We have these buttons down the side, and there are those two templates. You can have as many as you want. You can make your own. You can start from ours, but I just want to show you how to work with them. So it's drag and drop. It's pretty simple. We're going to drag and drop the left and then drag and drop the right. So what I always say is, the templates are a great starting point rather than staring at a blank screen and trying to decide, where do I start, right? Where do I put pictures? Where do I put text? Rely on us with our templates. Use them exactly as they are if you'd like, or you can modify them. So I'm going to click on this, click. I'm just going to delete a couple photos and then enlarge this photo to make that larger. So again, you can start with our templates, use them as they are, modify them as I just did, or you can just create your own. So if you wanted to delete all of this, you could delete it and then use the tools, and generate your own photos, boxes, or you can actually just drag a photo right on the page until you don't want it in the background when it asks you, and then just move it around and enlarge it and reduce it and get it, how you want. You can just do a collage this way too. Sometimes it's more fun to build a collage like this and kind of put them up against each other rather than using a template. But again, it's a personal preference, so whatever you want on that. Okay, a couple other minor updates I would just want to share with you in the program. We've fixed the apostrophe and quotation marks. Those are displaying correctly now in the video tutorial. So I'm going to come in here. We're going to close this. We don't need to save that beautiful page I made. If you click on help menu, it takes you to these videos, and I just fast forwarded to one of them to give you a quick example. So I'm going to show you basically how we can use closed captioning. We've added these to all the videos here in the tutorials, and we're going to add them to future videos as well. So I'll just play this for a minute.
If there's a specific page that you want to be taken to, the easiest way is to use this Jump To field. Click to place your cursor inside of this field, type in the page number, and hit Enter or Return on the keyboard, and eDesign will take you directly to that page.
As you can see, it's real simple. You just click on the closed caption button. So we hope that that's a helpful tool to have at your disposal. And then lastly, I just want to share with you, tomorrow is actually the deadline for these t-shirts. It's a fun t-shirt. If you'd like to get one for yourself or some other parents or teachers or students who might be working on the yearbook with you. We've extended that deadline, but it is November 1st, so it is tomorrow for delivery on December 1st. So I'll include the link to this website as well. Here are the costs involved if you're interested. I hope you found that helpful. Again, if you have any suggestions for topics that you'd like covered here, please shoot me an email, drop me a line, give me a call, and let me know what you'd like to see. You have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.